I think God has a funny way of showing us ourselves and telling us things. So I started my fast for Lent last week, and I'll be honest, I hadn't been the most successful initially, but I restarted on Sunday, and I'm doing it as well, as part of my fast. I am trying out Herbalife. So I was doing some more meal prep. Because I had to eat 2 meals in addition to like this having a shake and having some snacks. So as I was thinking, I was just thinking about some of the things that I'm personally working on. One of those being I'm studying to take a test so I can go back to school. And I had this great grandiose plan for what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to focus on a particular area and then do this other thing that God has told me to do part-time pro bono. Then I had an epiphany that, you know, maybe I'm so focused on maintaining my current lifestyle and, to be honest, my current income, that I'm choosing this other area that maybe God doesn't want me to focus on that. And that's not to say that God can't continue to sustain me as he's done all these years. Me and my baby have never needed anything, never went without anything. And it made me realize that sometimes we are so focused on things that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things that we miss out on purpose, and not so much just purpose, but ministry as well. Because this thing that God has told me to do has been a heart thing of mine. It's something that makes me angry. And I know God told me to do it. In fact, he showed me crystal clear in a dream of how it's supposed to be laid out. And I was planning to do it part-time as like pro bono. And not to say that I still can't do it pro bono. God has given me like this very elaborate plan for how to operate this particular thing as a nonprofit. That being said, settling for your plan is what we would refer to as God's permissible will. But choosing to do the thing that doesn't make sense to a lot of people would be God's perfect will. And in my case, I'm at a point, I don't want God's permissible will. It's got me a lot of other things, had me on detours, and had me take a really long time to do a lot of things. And not to say that God hasn't used those things, because he has. But I just think about, where would I have been had I chosen to like not fight to have my way, or not beg to have my way? What would have happened had I just yielded and submitted to God? And I think sometimes God allows us to experience things in life because he wants us to see, okay, I'm gonna let you do it your way and let you have it your way, and see how things end up and how they turn out. So I feel like the biggest thing I'm supposed to share with y'all is, as you're continuing to go about your day-to-day life, make sure you ask yourselves, even in the little things, God, is this your perfect will, or is this just something you just allow me to do? And as you learn those lessons, make sure that you bring every decision, every choice, even the most mundane of things, like, is it quicker for me to take this route or that route? What's going to be the best way for me to go? And as you begin rather, and continue to submit everything to God, asking God for his wisdom and revelation on it, I promise you, like, you're going to see a night and day difference in your life. Because as I thought about that earlier, like, I've been so focused on this test that I have to take and the score that I want to achieve, that maybe God doesn't want that for me. Maybe God doesn't want me to go to that school, or doesn't want me to have that certain score, because me doing something that is not necessarily his perfect will cause me unnecessary heartache and pain. So, a little long-winded, but I really hope that you will bring every decision, every area of your life before God, and ask God to show you, is this his perfect will or his permissive will? And if it's permissive will, ask God to help you align with his perfect will for your life, because detours and delays and downright heartbreak and heartache are not worth it. They're not worth it. The healing, the restoration and things that you have to go through just to get where God wanted you to be in the first place is not worth it. So ask God in every decision you're making, is this his perfect will or his permissive will? And always seek to do God's perfect will, because you never know what just immediate, outright, radical obedience to God will produce for you in your life. So have a great week. Bye.